Hey, YouTubers. What's up? This video specifically I've been meaning to do for a couple of months now. And it's because I've gotten tagged by a couple of people to do it. And I've just been procrastinating, and finally today I had, I'm sorry if I keep pulling up on my shirt. It's just that it's supposed to go like off the shoulder because I cut it up to be like that. It's just I don't want it to hang too low to where it looks like I'm talking with no shirt. So ignore that. So as I was saying, today I woke up and I had McDonald's for breakfast. Yum! McDonald's never like fails my heart. It was so good. So that made me in a good mood, and I was just like, and I've been kind of sick, so I was just like, I'm gonna do a video today. I was like, I'm gonna do a tutorial. Psych, I'm gonna do a tag. So I decided to do the Latina tag, and I had to write the questions down because I'll probably end up like forgetting them, or I'll probably start talking about something else. So I had to keep me focused. So first, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. My mom, she's full Mexican. She has 4 kids. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm the baby, and I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters, or 2 brothers and 1 sister, and they are full Mexican. And my mom separated from their father, which I still call my daddy, and she separated from him and had me, and I'm with another guy, and who is my biological father, and he's Puerto Rican, so that makes me half Mexican and half Puerto Rican. But I ended up growing up with my mother, who is like the queen of Miss Independent, and I ended up growing up with her, so I grew up more on the Mexican side and less on the Puerto Rican side. Although I still say, you know, I'm Mexican and Puerto Rican, but I grew up more Mexican, if that makes any sense. So for this tag, I'm just going to talk about the Mexican side. I mean, whatever. So yeah, I don't mean to play a hate, or I'm not trying to hate on Puerto Ricans. You know, I am Puerto Rican, but I'm just, you know, I'm going to just talk about what I grew up with more and make more sense. Okay? So, yeah, that's me. The first question is, I'm sorry if I sound kind of like, I've been sick, and I'm still kind of, my throat was kind of like, you know what I mean? And, excuse the mess you see in the background. I'm trying to pack because I'm moving to Kansas. No, I'm moving to Florida, and then tomorrow I have a flight to Kansas. So, if you guys live in Kansas or Kansas City, Missouri, hey, you might see me over there. Hey, wave at me. Hey, I might be at the CCO at the mall. I might be breaking it down in the middle of the street. You never know. But I'm just kidding. Anyways. Okay, so question number 1. When was the last time you were in Mexico? The last time I was in Mexico, I was probably 9 or 10. And I'm 19 now, so that makes that like at least 10 or 9 years ago. So it's kind of a long time. And I went there. I've been there I think 3 times. Twice I went to, I think it's called with my dad, not my biological father, but my Mexican dad. I went there with him, and he's from Altamirano, Guerrero. I don't know if I even said that right, but I went there twice. And then I went there once, which was the most recent time, with my mom to Chihuahua, or Juarez, I guess you could say, Ciudad Juarez. I went there with her to visit my great-grandma, my family, and all that kind of stuff. And it's been basically 9 or 10 years since I've been there. And where my mom's from, it's like right on the border between Texas and Mexico, so it wasn't that much different. Whereas where I went down to Altamirano, Guerrero, which is like way down south, that was like completely different. That was like, well, you know, where am I at? It was more, you know, I guess you could say it was more like, you know, cattle, and the cows, and, you know, the little houses, the little huts, and then you'd have to drive like 30 minutes or more to get to the plaza, which is like a little town center, I guess you could say. I don't know. And that's where you'd buy your food or stuff like that. I mean, where you were from, they had like little shops, but it wasn't like the big, you know, plaza that you would drive to. Whereas where my mom's from, which is right on the border, Ciudad Juarez, it was, you know, big and just, you know, it was right there. I mean, we could walk across the border, so good times. So yeah, number 2 is name one dish that you enjoyed the most and why. Wow. One dish that I just cannot get enough of, I would have to say, is flautas. And those are the little flat corn tortillas wrapped up in chicken, or you can have beans or whatever you like in them. And the way my family eats it, we eat it with salsa, we eat it with sour cream, lettuce, tomato, cheese, and all that stuff on it. So when it's like crunchy, it's like a corn tortilla with chicken or whatever in it. You fry it and then you eat it with like, you know, lettuce, tomato, you know, sour cream. It's just amazing. That is just, look, my mouth is watering. It's so good. So that's probably like my favorite dish. I also like the tamales, the pozole. I like the shrimp cocktail. Yes. That was so good. I just made some of that the other day. Yum. Yum, 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 yum. Number 3 is name one Mexican house item that best resembles our culture. Now, I live here in North Carolina with my boyfriend, so I don't really have too much, but like at my mom's house where I was living, she had that round rock, what do you call it, el molcajete, is that what it's called? Where you had to get the rock and you had to like smush the tomatoes to get the salsa and stuff. Like my mom, she's not like the traditional Mexican. I mean, you know, as soon as she was born in Ciudad Juarez, which is like right there on the border, she lived in the United States, so she grew up in the United States her whole life, and she's not really like your typical, you know, Mexican mom. She's like the party girl. Hey, you know, she was a dentist, so but we still have a couple of like traditional things at our house, and that one thing reminded me so much of Mexico and the taste of Mexico was the molcajete. Please correct me if I'm saying it wrong, but it's the one with the rock, and you have to like grind the jalapenos and grind all that to get your salsa. Yeah, but the one thing I do have here in my apartment that I'm moving out of soon is this. And I know if you're Mexican or Spanish or whatever, everyone has to have this. I don't care if it's your mom, your grandma, somewhere in your house, even if it's in the closet, you have to have one of these. And it's the blanket, you know, the big fluffy, not fluffy, but the big fur ones. Yeah, this is mine. It's green. Actually, this one's my boyfriend's, but he brought it with here. I had one, and my mom gave it to me, and it had it was black, and it had like a big jag wire on it. But I don't know where that one's at anymore. But this one, he brought this one. It's so comfortable. So, you know, if you're Spanish or Mexican, you know you have to have one of these somewhere. They're just, I don't know, like my mom went to Mexico, she brought like 100 back because they're just so comfortable. I mean, you can use them even in the summertime. They're just, you get so used to them, you don't want to sleep without them. So if you're Mexican and you're watching this, I know you got one of these. Don't lie and say you don't, because I know you do. This is just like what we do. And they all come in different patterns, different colors, everything. Pictures of flowers, pictures of animals. I mean, it's all the same. Number 4, do you know how to speak Spanish? If so, say something. I know how to speak Spanish. Like I said, my mom's wasn't very traditional, so we grew up like my first language was speaking English. So we also had to learn Spanish, and so when I talk I get very nervous when I try to talk. When somebody who knows how to talk Spanish really good, I get really nervous because like I feel like my words are going to come out like very funny. So I guess here I go. Sorry. Hola, si ustedes hablan español, espero que les gustan mis videos. What was I going to say? Si tienen algunas preguntas, me pueden mandar un mensaje. Perdón por mi español, es que me da vergüenza que no sé decir las palabras muy bien, pero I try, and that's where it ends. I basically just said, if you have any questions, you know, I hope you guys send me a message. I hope you guys like my videos, and basically that's it. I just get very nervous when I talk Spanish. That's basically what I said. Number 5 is, which part of Mexico are you from and where were you born? I was born in Florida. I'm a Florida girl. Hey! And my mom, like I said, she was born in Ciudad Juarez, right there, and which is right next to the border. That's where she's from. My dad that I grew up with, not my biological father, but my dad, like I said, he's from Altamirano, Guerrero. And yeah, so hopefully you guys like this. I don't know who to tag. I mean, if you're watching, I'm pretty sure every Spanish girl has done one of these besides me. I'm probably like the only one. So if you haven't done one of these and you're a little Latina, hey, you better do one. I tag you. So you guys better get to it. Yeah, so hopefully you guys learned a little bit more about me. Hopefully you're not making fun of my Spanish, because that's not nice. And yeah, so I gotta start packing. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Oh yeah, the video for the winners will be announced tomorrow, because I won't be able to announce the winners any later on through the week, because I will be in Kansas stuffing my face with turkey. So yeah, talk to you guys.